Hey guys, so firstly I have to apologise for my lack of videos. I'm having some trouble with the HD rendering. It wants to take like 11 hours and stuff to render a half-an-hour video, and that's not on. So I'm just working out how to deal with that, so hopefully that'll be sorted soon. In the meantime, I had a thought, and as the channel is called ASMR Thoughts, this is going to be somewhere where I can put up my thoughts. It's not really organised, so it's a bit rambly, but I think it's something that needs to be talked about. The first thing that I'll say is I love the ASMR community. I love all of the people in it. I love the people who make ASMR videos. I think they're amazing. And they give so much and they're so talented, and so I don't want what I say after this to sound like I'm giving out about any of them, that I'm giving out about anybody, that I'm unappreciative of the community. I am. It's just something that I've noticed and that I think we should talk about. And basically what it is that ASMR is something that either happens or it doesn't. That we are the chosen few, or whatever. And I don't hold with that. And it's just something that really annoys me every time I hear it said in one way or another, because I just really think that it's not true. I think that everybody has the ability to experience it. I mean, on a scientific level, we know that it's some kind of neurological signal. It's a brain process, and if one person can experience it, then everybody can. It's just a matter of having the right trigger. So that, to begin with, is why we all can experience it in some way. I think a really big issue is for people who enjoy ASMR is that when they try and introduce their friends and family to it, as you do, because it's something that means so much to you, it's something you've become so much a part of, and it's something that really makes you happy. And of course you want to share that with people, and they don't reciprocate it, or they don't understand it, or they feel really creeped out by it. And of course that's a really horrible feeling, and you're just trying to share this wonderful thing, and they're this is weird, and okay, maybe you're weird, and but what I would like to say is that when we describe ASMR to begin with, I mean, the best way to describe it is the tingling sensation in your scalp and down your spine and stuff, and but I think to some people even that in itself is a bit scary sounding. The fact that you're experiencing some kind of chill or tingly sensation that you don't really have any control over, and that you don't really have any precise reason why it's been caused. So I understand why that would be creepy. The other thing that people might find creepy, well, for example, before ASMR was ASMR, and I used to love watching makeup videos, and anyway, I was looking up relaxing videos because I had realised from very early on that I was watching these for the voices, for the relaxation purposes, so I started looking up relaxation videos to see if they gave the same effect. And I came across, obviously, whisper videos, and I started watching them, and I couldn't. I found the idea of somebody whispering in your ear as you were trying to sleep incredibly creepy. I couldn't relax every time I listened to them, and I tried lots of times to listen to them, and I was so on edge, and so just everything just felt so weird. It just didn't work with me. And then I began to watch ASMR videos, and mostly with the soft spoken first, or just the sounds, and then I developed more and more I got used to the idea of whispering videos more and more, and I began to like them, and and now I love them, and I make them myself. So exposure is definitely a big thing when it comes to ASMR. I think we become used to things that we didn't originally like. There's lots of triggers that I love now that originally I didn't like at all, and so I think for somebody that's never experienced ASMR, they've gotten over the creepy explanation, and they've kind of decided, what, this sounds kind of intriguing, I'll give it a go. And you know, if the first thing that they encounter is a whispering thing or a soft spoken thing, and you know, maybe it could even be that they just don't like those kinds of voices already, you know. But I think that it can creep people out a little bit. And I think that when we really think about the idea that, you know, oh, ASMR, oh, you know, my favorite ASMR video is, you know, a hairdressing roleplays. Right, so you listen to somebody whispering about giving you a haircut. Yeah, that's normal. You know, so, like, I know obviously it's really upsetting when people don't understand, but at the same time, we have to admit it does sound a little weird. And I mean, for me, everything I do in my life is weird. So nothing is weird to me, if that makes sense. But you know, I think I can understand people's reactions from that point of view. That the concept is a little strange. You know, it's just all about exposure and becoming used to it. And I think that's a really important thing as well, that the ASMR community isn't hugely exposed because of the fact that the people that are in it are kind of people who were into all those kinds of videos already, and then just kind of stumbled across ASMR one day and went, oh wait, that's what I'm looking at these videos for. Aha! Now I know what it is, and now I can become a part of this community. You know, I think it's very rarely that people just get into ASMR from nowhere. You know, you might be watching a relaxing video or a whisper video or something, and then you see this ASMR thing and you click on it and, oh wow, this is really cool, you know. So I think from that point of view, people who find ASMR are already exposed to the idea of relaxing videos that may take the form of a variety of different things, like, you know, for example, whispering to sleep or role plays and those kinds of stuff. That they've already been exposed to that kind of idea before they come across ASMR. And I think that's really important as well, that again, it's the exposure thing. They're already used to the idea before they find it. Also, the idea that lots and lots of people just don't spend lots of time on YouTube. They don't use YouTube as a way to relax, and those people, though they may actually be very open to ASMR and maybe they experience ASMR in other ways in their life, they just haven't come across it. I think there are probably lots of people who experience ASMR in everyday things and little things. For example, my mum and my sister, they absolutely adore the sound of the hairdryer and the Hoover. It just makes them feel nice. And I hate that sound. I absolutely hate it. To me, it's just annoying background noise. But they love it. So that's ASMR for them, but they don't take part in the community. They don't enjoy listening to people whispering or talking or whatever. It doesn't do anything for them. But they definitely do experience that same feeling from sound. So I don't think people need to be a part of the community or whatever to experience ASMR in that way, you know? I think that lots of people experience it every day without realising. I think that lots of people experience it and they may even know of ASMR, but they don't link the two things together, the feeling and the description of the feeling. They may not actually put those together. You know, I really do think that it is something that everybody in the world can experience. And that it's just that phrase, it's just that idea that we are, you know, that we can experience it and other people can't. It's just, I don't know what it is about it that gets to me. Maybe it's the idea that I love the feeling so much that I want that everybody in the world can experience this in some way, and that's how I feel about it. Maybe that's why I feel so aggravated about it, because everybody should experience this because it's awesome. But I don't know. And I know people don't mean any harm when they say it. I do know that. It's just, it just bugs me. You know, one thing that I'm very interested in, very interested in, is the fact that lots of people that watch ASMR videos watch them because of insomnia or anxiety or things like that. And I wonder if people experiencing those issues are more susceptible, isn't the right word, but if their brains are more open to the experience of ASMR, if it is more likely that they will be able to experience it than other people, and or that they will experience it in a stronger way than other people, out of just maybe the brain's need to relax, or the brain's need for release, or peace, or whatever. I'd love to see if that was studied at some point in time, what the results would be. Or if we were to even do a survey on how many people do suffer from insomnia or do suffer from anxiety or whatever, and also how much of that insomnia is internet related. But I'm gonna stop on that point now before I cause a hell of a lot of controversy with internet and insomnia and computers and so on. Yeah, so that's just my take on who can and can't get ASMR. I think everybody can, and I don't think we should treat it like people that we are special in some way. Well, everybody's special, but that we are particularly I don't know how to say it, that we are, as I said before, the chosen few, that we deserve this and others don't, or we're particularly open to it, we're particularly susceptible to it, but that doesn't mean that there are other people out there that don't experience it. One thing actually that I'd like to show you is mug. Okay, this sound really annoys me. Okay, this sound right now, I do not like it. I do not like it at all. Okay. Now, I'm just going to take a minute to relax, and I'm just going to let myself be open to the idea of experiencing ASMR, and to the feeling of that there are ASMR triggers all around me, and that indeed this mug may in fact now prove as a trigger. Okay, so I've made that assertion. I can already feel kind of like the hairs on the back of my neck beginning to stand up, with almost like anticipation that I'm about to provide a trigger. And now it's triggering me. This sound that I really, really disliked a minute ago is actually giving me a nice feeling. Even the action of it, everything feels nice. So, sorry, this is just my teddy. So that's another point, is that when you become open to it, and it becomes ever more prominent in your life, because you allow more triggers to trigger you. And that's just something that I was thinking about, or something that I realised the other day when I was in the kitchen and I was just putting things away, picking things up and making noises with them, unintentionally, and I actually found that I quite liked the sounds, and those sounds wouldn't have been something that I ever would have even noticed or thought about before, and so I just think that was interesting. So I'm sure lots of you won't share my views, or will find me in some way insulting or aggravating, and you're perfectly entitled to those opinions. But I would like to know what people think about this topic. So, yeah, that's my thought for now, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for listening. Bye bye.